Hey kindergarten, ready for an art lesson with your friendly neighborhood art teacher? Before we begin, you're going to need pencil and paper. So lined paper or printing paper is fine. You probably want an eraser, some kind of coloring supplies, crayons, colored pencils, markers, all of those work. And I would like for you to pause my video and head over to watch Austin's Butterfly. It's about 7 minutes long, and it will get you into a mindset of observing nature and art and repeating our lessons. So, go ahead, take a few minutes and watch the video, and then come back over. All right, this semester, your expedition was, we've got the whole world in our hands. Your guiding questions: how can we help each other grow? What are living things? What do living things need to sustain life? And how can I take care of living things? Your learning targets today: I can look closely at a picture for details. I can draw these details on my own, in my own artwork. And I can practice my art more than one time. You guys are going to be drawing one specific tree for me for about the next few lessons. We're going to do other things that connect to working with that oak tree, but we're going to be practicing one oak tree for a few lessons. So that's one of the reasons why I wanted you to watch the Austin's Butterfly, so you could look at observing art and see how other students have seen it, and then how did he fix his artwork when he had a problem or he got some student feedback. How did he fix things with his butterfly? So we're going to take a look at two student examples of art of some of the trees that we've done in the last few weeks. And then we're going to have one not so good example that I did. Let's take a look at our first example. This is one of the first trees that I got from students. And I want you guys to take a few moments and take a look at it. Look carefully. Talk to your home teacher and talk about some things that you might see in this picture. I see a student who drew a tree. I see a student who took up all of the page. I see a student who has branches on their tree. I see a student who put some openings in the leaves. And I see a student who got good hard coloring on his tree, on his leaves. Now, if I had to give this student some suggestions, I would say maybe go back over and color one more time over your sky. And I would suggest maybe drawing your tree a little bit taller. But still, I can tell this is a tree. It's got branches, it's got openings. This is a fantastic example of some student artwork. Here's another example of student artwork that I wanted you to see. When I look at this picture, I see a student who has clearly drawn a tree. This is a student who has drawn a very tall tree. This student has drawn the branches that we asked. I see a student who has taken their time and colored in their artwork very well. If I was to give this student any more suggestions, I would say maybe find a a regular pencil and go back over some of your branches to make them a little bit more pop out. And then maybe go over some of the green spots with their coloring one more time. But hey, this is a tall tree. It's got a lot of great branches. The sky is totally filled in. It goes from the top to the bottom of the page. Now we're going to look at some not so great art. And this is mine. I did this art, and I did it bad on purpose so that you could see that. I don't mind if you laugh at it. You can tell me, or you can turn around and talk to somebody and talk about how bad this is. So tell me some things that is not so great about this art. So yes, the tree is very short. The tree is not colored in all the way. There are no branches in this tree. And the sky only stops at the top. Those are just some of the examples of the reasons why this is not a great looking tree. So next I'm going to show you the picture of the oak tree that I want you to focus on drawing. I want you to look carefully. Look for tree trunk. There's only going to be one, but look and see how much of it you see. Look for how many branches you see, the big branches. Look for how wide the treetop is. Let's take a look at that treetop. So this is the oak tree I want you to look at when you draw. Now, you don't have to draw the trees that are back behind it. Don't worry about those. You don't have to draw the fence. You could draw the ground. That's cool. But I want you to focus on this tree. I want you to look for some observations. Does this tree use a lot of straight lines, or does it use a lot of curved lines? Does this tree have a solid green treetop, or can you see through the leaves? Do you see branches in every part of the tree, or do you see them mostly in one part of the tree? Take a few minutes and you are going to practice drawing the oak tree. That is your task today. Using your observation skills, practice drawing an oak tree from the picture. For your reflection, I want you to talk to your home teacher about what you think was the hardest part about drawing that oak intro picture. And for your turn-in, I want you to go to the Google Drive and put in your spring break picture. So, for your picture today, you will see this one again. There is a copy of this in the Google Drive, so if you want to just download that and look at it on your laptop or tablet or whatever you need to, you can look there. You could also use this PowerPoint presentation, which is in the Google Drive. So if you have any questions, you can email me at afranz@aminaacademy.org. The Google Drive is linked in your daily sheet from your teacher, so you can always get it from there. You are not going to turn in this oak tree picture to me today. In fact, you're not going to turn it in to me until next Thursday, when we're going to practice it a few more times. So today is just your beginning practice. You're just starting it off. I want you to try. I want you to look at it. And when you're done, I want you to look at the picture of the oak tree and see if your tree looks like it or if it looks like my not so great example. So that's what I'm going to have you work on today, and I'll see you next week, kindergarten.